Okay. Okay. Is the broke address. The broke address is the address of the node red. Okay. If, for example, in our case, you will run the node red in the local host and use this port. Okay. But things that you install, the configure the node red to use a real address. For example, you use the node red in a other computer, for example. You use a computer to run the node red alone, okay, in standalone. Okay, you need to put the address here and the port that your node red is running. Okay, if it's running in the local host in this port, you just only type enter, because what you have in the between the comma is the default information. Okay, if you type enter, you save in this variable this value here. Okay, did you understand?
But if I have it in another port in the local host, I only insert the port, right?
When you start the node red, if you don't do nothing, the node red starts in the local host, okay, using the 127.0.0.1, okay? But you can configure the node red to run, for example, in the real address, in your specific IP, to be able to, that node red can be accessed to other computer, okay? In our simple case that you're working until now, you run the node red in the local host. Okay, and when you configure the node red, when you configure the broker in the node red, you define the port 1883. Okay, in my case, I show here. Give me a second. In my case, okay, my node red is running in 127.0.0.1. And in my case, I configured the broker, okay, the MQTT broker to run in a 1883. Okay, did you see here?
Yes.
Okay, it's the same information that I have here. Okay. And what I told you is, if it's correct, you don't need to type again. Okay, you just only accept and click enter. Okay, what's the system will do? Save this information in this variable here. Okay, so the next information is about the QoS. Remember that MQTT has 3 types of QoS, 0, 1, and 2. Okay, and you select 0 as a default. The next question is about where you want to save the file that you generate after this procedure. Okay, it's a very important. You need to pass the complete path to the folder. In my case, for instance, in this case, I want to save my simulator run here, okay? It's the main folder that my simulator has, okay? If I want to save, for example, here inside, for example, I don't have the resource folder. If I don't have the resource folder here, the system will generate an exception, okay? I need to create the resource folder here, for example. And now I can select resource, okay? And what the simulator will do? You save all the files inside this folder here. Did you understand? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, I guess.
Yes? Okay. And here you put the name of the file. For example, I select the EASY1 JSON file, okay? When you define this variable here, the simulator will show what is the information that is saved? For example, oh, the broke address is 127.0.1.1883. The QoS value is 0. The path is just source. The scenario file's name is easy1json. You need to define yes or no. I define yes. Okay? The next question is, how many ultrasonic sensors do you want to create? For example, I will create 3. Okay? The next question that he asks is, what is the maximum distance value that could be measured by the sensor? Okay? My pointer is not working. Yeah, it's not working. Fixing the situation here. Okay? Think that it's all our trash, okay? Trash can, okay? And this trash can, the width is, I don't know, 80 centimeters, okay? 80 centimeters, okay? The information that you put here, the maximum is 8, because when the trash can is empty, because your sensor is here, okay? Your ultrasonic sensor you install in the top of the trash can. The maximum distance that this sensor can do is 80, because it's when the can is empty. Did you understand?
Yes.
Okay. So 8. Okay. What is the minimum distance? The minimum distance here is when it's full. Okay. In our case, it's 0. Okay. It's 0. And what is the update rate in milliseconds? Okay. It's the interval that you send information to the broker. Okay. You can keep 3 seconds. Okay. You check the information. Yes. The new version has another type of sensors. For example, the temperature. You can create a temperature. Yes, I create one, just want to show. The first question is, what is the maximum temperature that you can measure? Okay. You can select 17. What's the minimum temperature value that you can measure by the sensor? You can put 0, can put negative, you define. And the update rate. Okay, save. Another one is a smoke detector. The idea of the smoke detector is how close to 1 or close to 100, you have smoke. The minimum value close to 0, you don't have smoke. Okay? And since I will create 1, you don't need to define the range, okay? Because the range is 0 to 1, okay? And the smoke sec detector, it's the update rate. You keep 3 seconds. And the humidity range detector is like the smoke detector, 0 to 1. 1 is humidity or is rain. 0 is not rain, is not humid. Okay. In the middle, any value between 0 to 1 is close to 1 is humid. Close to 0 is wet. Okay. I create 1. It's like the other. You won't need to define the update rate. Until here, any questions?
No.
Okay, the next one is define the central point where the sensor located. Where's my Google? Okay, it's my house. Okay, my house is here. Okay, things that I want to install the system close to my house, here in my house, here. My house is exactly here. Okay, what I need to put? Things that my plan is to install the system in this place here. I don't know if you can see the square, this square here. Okay. I don't have other points. It's the square. Can you see? Okay. The
Yes.
central point, it is the central point, okay? What you need to do, click here and cover the coordinates, okay? Okay, I can copy the coordinates in here, okay? And with these coordinates, what I can do? What is the latitude? The latitude is 2319. What's the longitude? I copy here the longitude. It's the longitude. And what is the maximum range? The area that I show is around 5 kilometers. Okay, I put here 5,000 meters. Okay, what the simulator will do? He gets this information. Okay, and generate randomly a point inside this area. Okay, it's what it does. I say yes, and now I have the file. I open here the file. Okay, resource. Here is our file. Okay, you have the information from the device that you create. Okay, you create 3 ultrasound, 1 temperature, and 2 smoke. Okay, it's the file that you generate, and then it's the file that you use to generate to run the simulator, to execute the simulator. Did you understand?
Yes.
To execute the simulator, what you need to do? You click your R, and you need to pass the folder where you have the file. Okay, resource, I believe is easy1 JSON. Okay. You run, click here. You define how many minutes you want to run. Okay, for example, I put 30 minutes. Okay, yes. Okay, you didn't connect. Oh, you connect. Okay, you connect with the broker. My broker is running. I think it's not running. Okay, and your simulate is run. Okay, if you check in the Node-RED, you can see in the debug files as we did in the last session. You can see the message. Any question, guys? I stop. Okay.
Teacher, can you return very quickly to when I put R in the options?
Okay. Okay. You select R, okay, to run the simulator. The next options, you need to define the folder where you save the file that you created before. Okay. In my case, resource is it one JSON. Okay. Do you remember that you define that you save the file here? Resource is a 1 JSON. Okay. Enter. And you define how many minutes the simulator will run. For example, in minutes, 10 minutes, for example, and click enter. The system will present to confirm that you confirm the information or not. If you confirm, yes, and the simulator start to run. Okay, and send message to the broker. Did you understand, Ivan?
Yes, teacher. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. During this exercise, you do these things. Okay, I just want to explain because I didn't have time to show before. Any question, guys? Okay, I'll stop to share. Any questions about how to install the simulator in the case that you copy the binary or the case that you need to compile? Any question about this part? No? Okay. Any questions about how to use the simulator, how to create the scenario? Okay. The last question. Any questions about how to run the simulator? No? Perfect. I just only remember you then here in the GitHub page, you have a little complete tutorial, okay? Where and you can see step by step how to use, for example, information about how to create the experiments and others, okay? So I make a short break.